What's going on, everyone? The Great Talent here, and today we're going to talk about a little indie game called Death's Door that I just recently played on the Xbox Series X via Game Pass, because everything is going to become on Game Pass to come to Game Pass sooner or later. Even fucking PlayStation games will end up on Game Pass. It already has. MLB The Show, 2021. Enough said. Or 22, whatever the hell year it was. Anyway. So that's besides the point. So Death's Door, what is it? What is it about? As you can see, it's an isometric style camera like Diablo, and it does have elements of, it's one part Bastion, this game called another indie game called Bastion, or Transistor, I think from Super Giant Games, those folks. Or just Diablo if you're familiar with that, the camera style. But it's also one part Zelda, because there's a lot of dungeon crawling here, a lot of different items you need to get and obtain, and abilities you need to get, like dungeon items, dungeon abilities to progress to the next part of the game. And also it's one part Dark Souls. The sprinkles of Dark Souls, because the difficulty is it's crushingly difficult. This game is very hard. And it also has some boss designs that look like something from the Dark Souls games, as well as the starting over from the last door, aka bonfire, when you die, if you perish in battle. And also some shortcuts that you unlock, or actually all the shortcuts you unlock that kind of connect to the last door. It reminds me a lot of Dark Souls, whether it be dropping ladders down or gates and whatnot, so on and so forth. But believe it or not, folks, as much as I love this game, I hated it at the same time. I had such a love-hate relationship with this game that it was insane. But overall, the amount of ingenuity and thoughtfulness in the game's design and gameplay overrode my more frustrating moments that I had with it. And I overall enjoyed my 12-ish hours that I invested at the end before I watched the credits roll. You play as so the story is basically you play as this little crow-like creature, thingy-majiggy, doesn't talk, obviously, so you play as this little crow. He works for Death, the offices of Death, like his cubicles and whatnot. It's kind of funny. So there's a dark sense of humor in this game, too. It's kind of funny. And he wields this, like, red, Reaper sword, it's called. You can unlock other weapons, too, like you can get an umbrella, you can get a Thor's Thunderhammer or some shit, but I stuck with the lightsaber looking like Reaper sword, because it was fast striking and it's pretty good for the most part. Well balanced weapon. But so you're tasked with reaping your assigned soul. You get each crow, I guess you could say, like remnant of Death, is assigned a soul to reap. And as you go about your mission, you encounter an old gray crow who asks you to help him on his journey before he dies and perishes, to free 3 of the giant souls that in the world, to aid him in his quest to take down the overbearing monarch who entraps everyone, and who is aptly named the Lord of Doors, because why not? But yeah, it's a cozy little grim story about the meaning of life and one's purpose within it. You traverse interconnected areas via doors in a black and white hub world that it all is connected within. So whenever you go through these doors, you can go back. It takes you right back to the hub world, and you can upgrade your abilities there. You can explore there. You can find new different pathways to different doorways, and you can unlock little abilities here and there. And also you can find like currency to upgrade your abilities there, little hidden pathways, and so on and so forth. And like I said, you can upgrade your abilities. We'll get to that in a sec. But each door you enter and acts as a checkpoint, like I said before. And there's 3 major dungeons within the game that take you from eerie manors and with fiery dungeons to swampy ruins to icy fortresses. And when I said you can upgrade your abilities that you obtain from each dungeon as well, such as the general strength and dexterity upgrades, and haste upgrades, movement upgrades, and also upgrading your magical damage. And you also get 4 magic-like abilities as you progress and unlock within each dungeon. They range from soul arrows to just flames. You just throw flames, like fire upgrades, like fireball upgrades, to you also get a bomb, like a Zelda bomb to throw, as well as a hook shot. So again, Zelda much? This is very Zelda-like. You got a lot of inspirations from Legend of Zelda. And you can even find secret areas to unlock upgrades for these abilities, these magic abilities, as you progress in the game. And to do more serious damage, you basically have to fight one of these. To upgrade your magical abilities, you have to, once you find them, you have to find the silent, they're called silent I think Silent Lords or Silent Guardians or something like that. So you got to fight them. They're pretty tough. Don't get me wrong. I died a lot of times to them. And also, if in order to replenish your health, you have to find what they call these life seeds and plant them in pots scattered about the map. So they're very conveniently placed too. So each life seed and pot to put them in is strategically placed next to the either doors or next to boss rooms, next to big battle areas. So in case you die and you about to go back into the fray, you can heal up real quick. The only downside of this game is there's no healing in battle at all. You are set with 4. You start with 4 bars of health. You can increase it up to 6 with upgrades, but there's no way you can replenish your health in battle. That is a little concerning to me. I'm not a fan of that. But you can. But the trade-off is your magic is easily replenished by just striking at foes or objects within the environment, and you quickly get 1 bar of magic back per strike and hit, successful land to an enemy or whatnot. So that's the trade-off. You can't heal, but you can pretty much virtually have unlimited mana. So that's a give and a take, folks. And there's a ton of shortcuts, like I said, too, to unlock a la the Dark Souls games, like Dark Souls, so you can get around the big open map even that much more quicker. My only complaints would be, besides the no healing during any given time, would be the crushing difficulty, and also the camera. The camera a little bit it hinders a little bit too much. I know some people out there might be fans of isometric cameras. I am, but I'm not. Again, I have a love-hate relationship with them. They're great for pulling out back up on the landscape and gives you a much more broad-line scope while adventuring. But when in combat, it leaves much to be desired for me, as I felt I got hit a lot more times than I should have, and even when I was like dodging, I was getting hit. I was like, what the hell's going on here? But yeah, also there's a ton of collectibles and upgrades to find as well. You can look in the environment. You can find collectibles like little shiny objects to collect that count toward achievements or trophies, and also you can collect green crystals. Every 4 green crystals, you increase 1 bar of your health. Every 4 red crystals at these shrines, you find shrines hidden in the environment, you increase your magic. You can have a total of 6 bars of health and 6 bars of mana by the time the game is ending. If you, like me, I went to the end because literally I knew I was going, and the final boss fight, folks, spoiler alert, has 8 phases. 8 phases. Yeah, you heard me correctly. So you might want to go upgrade all of your abilities like I did. My health, I maxed out my health and my mana just so I was prepared for that final fight, because it's a doozy. If I didn't upgrade, I don't think I would have beaten him, because it's an endurance fight. Even though there are 1 or 2 checkpoints during the final boss fight, it's still a test of endurance and stamina. I'll put it that way. So other than that, yeah. So other than that, yeah, the game is pretty damn good. The level design alone is heroic and will make you constantly go, oh wow, so that's where that leads, constantly after unlocking an ability to unlock a new area, or exploring parts of a dungeon to loop back around by either unlocking ladders, levers, doors, and so on and so forth. But yeah, so, and if you happen to die in battle and have to go back to the starting door of that area, there is no real worry, because if you explored the map like the game encourages you to, you can easily unlock doors and ladders to easily loop back around and cut through right to the door without cutting out all the bullshit. So instead of going up and go all the way around again, a dungeon, when you die, you can like cut across and go right through, which is really, really helpful. So yeah, plus it's on Game Pass, like I said in the beginning, it's on Game Pass, so it's essentially free with the membership. And yes, I'll continue to plug that wonderful service until they somehow fudge it up one day. They added 2 great games at once, folks. They added, recently, they just added Death's Door and Nobody Saves the World, from the developers of the Guacamelee game. So that's going to be next on my hit list, Nobody Saves the World, followed by Alan Wake. Yeah, so that being said, I'm going to drop my score and then biz out. So if I had to score Death's Door on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. It's a great, great, great game with a little bit of caveats here and there. A steep learning curve, very frustrating. It's like Dark Souls frustrating, folks. I do yoga, so I don't get as angry as much. I get a little agitated, but I'm past the days where I broke controllers. That was so 2019 when I broke my PS4 controller to the Sekiro game. So I think I've come a long way since then. I'm a little bit more zen and namaste. And I will namaste to you folks. And with that being said, that is my review of Death's Door. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I forgot to say like and subscribe at the beginning. Again, bad talent. I'll get it right one day. So that's why I don't got that many subs. I don't plug myself enough. But anyway, with that being said, thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will catch everybody next time. Thanks as always for stopping by.